What is going on, you guys? This Sunday, I'm competing in my first ever USAPL powerlifting meet. So January 15th, Shrewsbury, Mass. I'll see you there. I've competed in RPS Powerlifting in the past, and the main reason I'm actually switching federations is because I want to be drug tested. I want to compete against all other natural athletes and have a much more fair playing field to really step up my competitiveness and also more advance in powerlifting. I want to really set myself to more personal, achievable goals on a natural level while also advancing the actual powerlifting competitions. So competing in nationals, maybe even someday qualifying for IPF, International Powerlifting League. I'm really trying to step up my goals and overall mindset this year. So let's get right into this video. I want you guys to see my openers, and then after we check out my openers, I'll talk a little bit about my progress, my process of approaching this meet, and how I plan on making weight. I'll be competing in the 83 kg Raw Juniors division, so the age group is 20 to 23. Alright, let's check out my squat first and see the rest of my openers. Like old times. So those are my openers, guys. I'll put the kilograms on the screen so I don't have to try to do that math in my head. I'm really comfortable with these openers. Now, some people may say my deadlift or my squat didn't necessarily explode up. I'm not concerned about that. The way I set my openers is, it's something I'm extremely comfortable with and I know I can go up and weight on. I have no doubt in my mind I will crush these in my openers in the actual competition. I don't like setting them extremely easy because I don't like massive jumps when I know I can do much more weight. I've always been a slow puller, so I expect that with my deadlift. Bench, I actually felt that went up extremely fast. And squats, if you notice, I actually go pretty deep in testing my opener, and the reason I do that is because I really want to establish a mental comfort when I first do my opener in actual competition. So I go a little extra low, and the reason I do that is just because I want to make sure that I always get in my own head about death. So I want to really make sure, without a doubt, in my own head and the judges, that I'm hitting depth and I'm able to get it up. So that's why I'm doing 475. And so those are just my openers. Well, the way I set my second attempts is, I obviously base it off the openers and how I feel, but your second attempts should be something you'd be satisfied with if you do not get your third attempts. The way I set my third attempts is, I normally try to go for a single lift PR, or if I need a certain total, a PR to hit that certain total. Whatever it is, my third attempt is something that it's kind of a reach. My second attempt is something I really have to get to make sure I'm at least comfortable, happy, okay with my overall total. So that's how I base my openers, my second attempts, and my third attempts. And the way I'm actually going about trying to make weight for this competition, I'm a little heavy. I have to make 83 kg, so like 182.6. I'm around 180, 89, 190 right now. And I'll do a water cut, a gradual one over the week. So Monday, 2 gallons, Tuesday, 1.5 gallons, Wednesday, 1 gallon, Thursday, 3/4 of a gallon, Friday, 1/2 gallon, and Saturday, I'll just do like a quarter, pretty much sips throughout the day. And the reason because I weigh in 2 hours before I lift, 2 hours before the actual lifting of the competition on Sunday. So 7 a.m. weigh-ins on Sunday. So I don't have much time to really prep for that in the morning. I'll be doing just a gradual water cut throughout the time. I'm really not worried about making weight. I'm actually very good about water cutting. I'll put a card and a link in the description of my how to water cut video that's on our channel. And so now I just want to briefly go over my actual lifts. My squat, what I've been working on with my squat is actually squatting higher. My past meets, I go ass to grass, and every powerlifter would tell me, why are you doing that? It's not optimal for strength, and it's just really hard to actually train higher. It's easier to make yourself go lower. It's much harder to, like, basically when you're going lower, you're bouncing and not using your actual strength to get back up. So I have to really focus on coming down slower and then using my actual strength to get back up instead of having like a bounce from the bottom, the very bottom of the hole. So that's just one of the main differences with that. As well, I'm working on really exploding my knees, pushing my knees out from the bottom of the squat, which is helping me come up a lot faster and be much more sturdy throughout the whole lift. Bench, I've had to adjust to have my heels on the ground for USAPL. RPS, I was allowed to just hit my toes, so I had a huge arch. But USAPL, I've really had to adjust, and it's kind of made my arch suffer, which is something I'm going to work on after this competition. But I think my bench is feeling really good. I have a nice smooth groove, and I'm not really shaking at all in my legs, so I have a really firm base. I just feel like I could, after this competition, work on my arch. Yeah, arch. And deadlifts, I'm really going to actually switch to sumo after this competition. It's too soon to the competition to switch things up. I want to stick to what I'm good with, what I'm comfortable with, and then after make adjustments. I'm really prepping for this meet. It's helped me acknowledge what I need to work on. So I'm really excited for after this meet as well to just fix these things and see what they can do to my total, see what they can do to my individual lifts. I'm telling you guys, 2017, everything is getting turned up a notch. I'm actually really excited to work on sumo. Everyone has been telling me, and I've done a lot of research to see that due to my body type and my limb length, I'll be at a much stronger mechanical advantage doing sumo deadlifts. And also, it really helps my spine when I do conventional deadlifting, due to me being a heavy bencher and that asymmetry I've kind of developed with weaker rhomboids, rear delts, and middle traps compared to my chest. I really have some kind of upper back rounding when I conventional deadlift. That's obviously something I can fix, but when I sumo deadlift, I don't have that issue at all. I just really got to work on my hamstring and glute development to really transfer over to sumo, as well as the overall form. Sumo deadlift is an art form, and you got to really get it down or you're going to fuck yourself up. So I hope you guys like this video. I'm really pumped to compete this Sunday. I'm actually going to be trying to go for the Mass State bench record. I believe it's like 352 right now, and you'll see my opener. I'm really hoping to actually beat it with my opener. But don't get ahead of myself. It's just something I noticed as I was looking into the USAPL Federation. Now I'm pumped, but that's just a state record. That's not at all what I really want to go for in the long run. I want to get to nationals and eventually compete in the IPF International. It's a long way ahead of me, guys. I hope you liked the video. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, I'll always answer you guys, and if any of you are around and want to come to the meet, maybe I'll get to meet some of you. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Been here for almost 3 hours. 3 hours. To meet Bradley Martin.